Who remembers Taco to hit armor class 0? I remember. I definitely remember. Taco, Thaco, however many different ways people pronounced it. Yeah, to hit AC 0. That was introduced with that D&D 2nd edition? Or has Thaco been around since basic 1st edition? Oh, I'm playing. I have no real tabletop RPG experience, really. Posh. Might have to take your nerd cred away. You never played D&D? No tabletop? GURPS? Shadowrun? Cyberpunk? What else is there? Vampire? Werewolf? Mage? The Ascension? This game is somewhat loud. Yeah, let me, where can I... Nerd card revoked.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you. And I'm sorry about that.
I gotta wait till I get through this part.
I'm just gonna start at the beginning.
To change the
house.
The volume. There we go. I think that's good. Let me know if that's too quiet. Where I'm at, it's not much of an option. There is Roll D20, sir. You could do some online D&D.
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it.
So far, so gooder. I like how they do the dialogue, how it shows up above the item in question. That's pretty cool.
My brother.
Hold on. Full window VSync off, everything ultra. Yes, I like it. Oh. Oh, okay, so we're Edith, and this is a family tree. I know nothing about the storyline here.
It was like the house just swallowed him up.
Yeah, I remember making an account, and info got leaked when they got hacked. Jesus. Tales from the Loop is fun. I don't think I know Tales from the Loop. Have you heard of Board Game Arena? Yes, yes. I have an account on Board Game Arena. I don't really play on it that often because they have a pretty limited selection for free accounts. But I did play Tokaido a few times with my friend. I mainly use Tabletop Sim on Steam when I want to play digital board games.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Because the nice thing about Tabletop Sim is like there's kind of a gray area when it comes to mods for that. So you'll have a lot of fan-made mods for tabletop, and it's usually a complete scan of a retail board game. So if you ever want to play a board game but you're not sure if you'll like it, you could probably get on Tabletop Simulator and download the entire game for free and play it with your friends just to test it out. And like all the most popular games are on there too, right? Scythe, Gloomhaven, Alhambra, Agricola, Pandemic. Literally, like if the game is even semi-popular, there's probably going to be someone that has a the game uploaded to Tabletop Simulator. What are the controls? Hold on. Normal. That's fine.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
I got Tabletop Sim. I got the Table Flip Chivo. Yeah, the Table Flip is great. I might need to adjust my mouse pad here so it's more vertical. This game has a lot of like, it seems like swiping up and down or left and right.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
I can't tell if shift is zoom in or run.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
So her brother disappeared when he was 4 years old.
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
I don't know if I should go down this way.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
My brain wires got crossed. I was thinking of The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. It seems very similar to this title, though. Yeah, I played Vanishing of Ethan Carter. That was a really good game. Definitely very similar vibe, though, right?
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
I feel like I know this voice actress. Yeah, there's definitely less motion blur in this game than in Summer of '58. I don't think this game is going to make me...
like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
It's definitely not going to make me motion sick, I think. That house is like the Winchester mystery house in California. It just looks manic. Before I go there, I want to check out this, whatever the hell this is. It's like a dragon. Yeah, this game doesn't seem to bother me. Yeah, it's very, yeah, I think there's like no motion blur, which is great. I think it also helps the fact that I can't run either.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
I just can't handle motion blur. Why did that have to become commonplace? Yeah, I don't know. I guess it makes the game look more cinematic. Adding motion blur, I don't like it. Motion blur or like any like bobbing while you're running, nah, can't do it. Not for long anyway.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
I figured it was a way to make it less taxing on the hardware or something. Maybe. I always just thought like it made it look cinematic, but not as playable. Not as user-friendly.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Around to the back. Maybe it's a garage door. Back door. Back door. Anything back here? No.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11. The power had been turned off the night we left.
Cosmic cuisine, the pleasures of Japanese cooking, flour, salt, water, yeast. Hola, Senor Jefe. Hey, we're gonna lose too. How are you? Have you played this game before? It's called the... What is it called? What Remains of Edith Finch. Not to be confused with The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. It's a bit of a walking sim, for sure. But I don't mind walking sims. You have. What'd you think of it? I'm only about 5 minutes into the game. And so far, I really like it. 5 or 6 times, really? Voice actor's name is Valerie Rose Lohman. I don't really see anything that jumps out at me on her IMDb page that might be familiar. She did something with Smite, Wolfenstein, Young Blood, and a series called Tower of God. No? No. I feel like her voice was, what was it? It was another, like, FPS, like, walking sim. Would I forget, maybe? That might be a different person. Probably a different person.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
In real life, she sounds nothing like that. Oh, gotcha. So, what we got? Edith, Milton, Lewis, Dawn, and Eddie. I don't think she said what her brother's name was, or did she? Was it Milton? I think it was Milton. It's a nice place. Huge kitchen.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Oh, so mom is Dawn, I think. In memory, Lewis Finch. 1988 to 2010, so only 22 years old.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
So she lives out in the boonies.
Or how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly. The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
I wasn't sure about some things, so I had to do another run to check what I was missing. Is it easily understandable, the story, or does it, can you, like, miss things? Then some more to be 100% sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this game has achievements. Yeah, 9 achievements. So I guess it is possible to miss some of the optional stuff.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Yeah, if you like this game, We're Gonna Lose, you should check out The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. I played that, I think, offline. I don't think I played it online. That was really good. And another walking sim that I heard good things about was called Firewatch.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
They do have a lot of stuff.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Good choice on the Chinese food. They went with lo mein instead of fried rice. Professional Chinese food order. I like lo mein. I also like Singapore noodles. Singapore noodles is my jam. You have Ethan in your library? Yeah, you should check it out. You'll probably really enjoy Ethan Carter if you like this game. Very similar aesthetic / vibe.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit. Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Ethan Carter is kind of cute. Yeah, it's been some years, so I don't really remember too much about the plot. How do you feel about games like Detroit Become Human or Heavy Rain? So Detroit Become Human I have not played, but Heavy Rain I have. That was on PS3, right? Yeah, I enjoyed Heavy Rain. Yeah. Yeah, the only issue with those types of games are the, basically it's just quick time events is really all it is. There was that horror game that I streamed. Oh my god, I can't remember it offhand, but it was on PS4. Yeah, I mean, as long as the story is good, you know, I don't mind if the gameplay is minimal. Okay.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Wait, so Milton disappeared at 4 years old? Right? And then... Where's the... And then Lewis was... the other brother, I guess? And he died at 22? Detroit is a nightmare if you like to get 100%. Oh, really? Yeah, no, I typically don't try to 100% games anymore. I mean, I used to when I was like achievement hunting, but I stopped. Because it ends up being kind of a grind fest. And I end up sort of hating the game at the end. Unless I just really, really like the game. For the most part, I don't try to get 100%. I don't try to do all the side missions. I don't try to max out levels or any of that crap. I'm too old for that now. I don't have that much time left on this earth. Detroit Become Human. I have it on my wish list. Normally not my kind of stuff. Neither... Detroit Become Human didn't really seem like my thing either, but then I watched GG Hunter, also known as Sad Boy G, which I haven't seen him stream in a while. Maybe he changed his hours, but he streamed Detroit Become Human, and that's how I became interested in it. Until Dawn. Yeah, Until Dawn was fun. Until Dawn was great. Did someone say farting? Milton left with Bradley. Nice. Nice one, DRS. Jeff and I traumatized ourselves with the pacifism achievement in Deus Ex Human Revolution. Yeah. God. And I didn't even get the achievement, Lucidius. Because I killed someone at the very beginning of the game. All that stealth for nothing. What a waste of time. Farting around in Terraria to get 100%, but otherwise I kind of gave up on that when I sold my 360. Yeah. Until Dawn was great. I need to replay Until Dawn so I can get some of the other endings. Yeah, I shouldn't play. I need to play it a second time too. Only got it alive with the 2 people that I didn't like at all. I think a lot of people died in my playthrough, my one playthrough. Yeah. Yeah, I need to play Until Dawn. Again.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
If you have Amazon Prime, I don't know if they're still giving it away for free, but the people that made Heavy Rain, I believe they made another game before that called Indigo Prophecy. It's also known as like Fahrenheit something, but that was like the precursor to those kind of cinematic story-driven type games. So I guess Day of the Tentacle is a little bit better than Secret of Monkey Island, right? No. Secret of Monkey Island is probably my favorite point-and-click adventure game of all time. Followed very closely by the original Maniac Mansion. But Day of the Tentacle...
Mom sealed up all the bedrooms.
Day of the Tentacle is very good, though. Especially the remastered version. I played that last year.
And drilled peepholes.
Wait, Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes? Like, is Edie a pervert? Oh wait, Edie's the grandmother. Yeah. And yet your avatar's Day. Yeah, Day of the Tentacle. Yeah, I know. I want to put more emotes on, maybe like a Secret of Monkey Island emote and like a couple of Maniac Mansion emotes. But I don't know. I really like that emote. Where's Grim Fandango on that list? So I liked Grim Fandango, but I found the puzzles to be very difficult. Yeah, very difficult. I had to use the walkthrough several times to get through the game. I liked everything about it, but it was hard. Yeah, it was hard. I don't know. Maybe I just had a lot of trouble with it, but I had a really hard time progressing in that game without looking up the solution. Yeah, so we're gonna lose. So my emote is Day of the Tentacle, but my channel points are Pieces of 8 from Secret of Monkey Island. So really, like any retro point-and-click adventure game, I'm a fan of, especially like LucasArts, right? I like some Sierra games, some Sierra point-and-click games, like Space Quest. Space Quest is really good. I used to play Leisure Suit Larry. Haven't played Quest for Glory. Haven't played Police Quest. What else is there? There's some other things, but yeah, mainly LucasArts stuff.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Yeah, I went with the walkthrough start to finish, but still got stuck. Have you played Zack McCracken? Yeah, I actually streamed it a couple of months ago. I usually post all my playthroughs on YouTube, so you can find it there, and it might be a highlight on Twitch if Twitch hasn't deleted it already. But Zack McCracken was really good. I played that. I think that was originally on Commodore 64. I played the original Maniac Mansion on Commodore 64, and I played Zack McCracken either on Commodore 64 or maybe Amiga. Yeah. I played the VGA version. I think it might have been the FM Towns version. Yeah. I didn't play... there's an older one. What, the EGA one? The FM Towns one makes a lot of the maze parts much easier. Like, you don't need a flashlight. Because they changed the gamma, or whatever you want to call it, for the level. So you don't actually need lighting. C64, Amiga, and even PC. Yeah, we had a Commodore 64, and then we eventually upgraded to an Amiga 500, then an Amiga 2000, and then, we swapped to IBM, right? I think my first computer was a Packard Bell 386SX, 33 megahertz. It was a beast. I remember playing Leisure Suit Larry 2 in EGA, and I was like, this is gaming. Playing it on the speaker was a painful experience. Yeah. We were fortunate enough that we had a sound blaster, but I do remember my friend, whenever we would play Doom dial-up, he had an ad-lib card, so you had the MIDI music, but the sound effects for a PC speaker, which sounds like a terrible combination. So he made peepholes for all the kids? Calvin was 11 years old. Gregory was 11. Did all these people just die really early? Oh, I had ad-lib. Yeah. It was either sound or no sound. And a 286? Ooh. I had heard of 286, but I had never actually seen one. Alright, yeah, on my 386SX, I could only play Doom in low-res graphics, so everyone was super pixelated. Molly. Yeah, everyone passed away at 11 years old. Or maybe they moved out at 11. I don't know. It was a different time.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
Oh, this is cool. It ran Wolfenstein? Yeah.
I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
I couldn't even run Windows. It was just a bunch of shareware disks I found at the local drugstore in the retail section. Never actually got the full games. Oh, my dad pirated the shit out of some games. Yeah, we had a lot of retail games. Those were good times. Everyone tried to make their games run smoothly. Yeah, there's all sorts of configuration changes you could do. Do you guys remember Game Copy World? Getting a copy of the game and finding like a hacked exe to get rid of the CD check or the copyright protection.
Louis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
He told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him. Ooh, let's open it up. Yeah, Game Copy World or CD Copy World. That was my go-to for pirated games.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
This house is pretty cool. I would love to live in a house that had like secret compartments, hidden entrances. I feel like that would be fun, especially as a kid. Let's go through. Yeah, I think at the time, like my 386, I feel like I had Windows, but like most games back then ran in DOS, so I would always go to the DOS prompt, and I would have like my separate partition for my games. Prince of Persia had a bonus level after the first one that you had to consult the manual to get to the next level. I had a list and just did trial and error for a lot of it. Yeah. The original Prince of Persia was very good. And so was Another World. It's also known as Out of This World. And then the sequel, Flashback. Those were really good games. Very first game I played on PC was Worms. It didn't start from Win95, so I and my brother hacked us through DOS to get the game running. Yeah, Worms was fun. Windows was for running that machine building puzzle game. Yeah, like I remember when they started making...
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
When they started making games running Windows, I was like, why? What's the point? Everything works in DOS. No big deal. And then, you know... technology happened.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
I can't even imagine trying to go back to DOS and like trying to run a game now. Or like messing around with WordPerfect because there was no real Windows solution to word editors. Yeah, WordPerfect and like a dot matrix printer. Flashback and Another World were on Amiga as well. Yeah, so my dad had gotten a pirated copy of Flashback, but I don't think Flashback was released in the US at the time, so there was no English version of Flashback. So we got the French version, and someone had made like a patch to turn some of the dialogue into English. So I was able to play Flashback, but I wasn't really able to understand the story all that much. I've seen YouTube videos with Commodore 64 recreation of Another World. Yeah, there's like a modding or like a dev community with Commodore 64 games where they're trying to port like arcade games and other games from like other consoles to Commodore 64. Like there's this one guy that's trying to port Eye of the Beholder, the dungeon crawler, to Commodore 64. I've seen someone working on porting the arcade version of Double Dragon to Commodore 64, and it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of insane that there's still a dev community out there for such an old platform. I've used the old WordPerfect 5.1 because I had that on my computer at home, even though school had 6.1. Yeah, WordPerfect was the shit. It was great. Me and my brother had a copy of the Anarchist Cookbook. Doom as well. Oh yeah, they're trying to port Doom to Commodore 64. That's cool. Yeah, there's some devs that are out there trying to port. I think they're trying to port Doom to the Amiga as well. Like I guess, I don't really know much about the platform, the architecture, but Amiga wasn't very good at making 3D games. They're great at like 2D games, right? But trying to program a 3D shooter in Amiga didn't work very well.
But I had no idea what was behind that door.
But I think there are efforts to try to port Doom to the Amiga.
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
This is cool. It's like the Narnia house. Entering a closet.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Can I live in this house? Yeah, Doom. Man, Doom changed the game. Everyone wanted to play that. id Software even had their own dial-up multiplayer service called Dwango. I don't know if you guys remember that.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Oh, wow, this is cool. So different perspectives of the family. Games changed a lot since the ZX Spectrum times. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Which is probably kind of why I'm like so attracted to indie games nowadays, because the AAA titles, I feel like it's like developed by committee. Like every AAA title has to have certain mechanics or certain not achievements, certain things as part of a game, right? There has to be like a working tutorial at the beginning of the game. It has to explain everything you need to do. There has to be collectible items you can get. There has to be skill trees. There has to be levels. There has to be progression. There has to be a season pass. It's almost become too cookie cutter for me to enjoy. Like, just give me like just a good story driven game, you know, and stop giving me shit I have to go pick up. It's like, stop it. Like, I'm tired. I'm tired of picking up things, collect, 50 tickets or, kill 50 pigeons. Like, that's just, I hate that open world garbage. Nowadays, everything has to be open world. Yeah, I hate it. No, just give me like a tight, like linear narrative. Like it used to be, it's almost like they overcorrected. Like everything used to be super linear and people would just complain and be like, man, there's no choice. I wish, there was more options. I wish I could go exploring. Well, now you can go explore, but everything's marked on a map for you. You can fast travel. It's just, I don't know. It's like it's open world, but it's not really open world because you can just fast travel everywhere. I guess that's why people like Morrowind more than Skyrim or Oblivion, because at least with Morrowind there is a sense of it adventuring, wandering out there. Hefe, what's that game I see you playing a lot? What's that called again? Final Fantasy 12? Nah, the Final Fantasy 11 MMO. I liked Far Cry 1. I was hyped to continue the story in 2. But, well, it was just another game and I didn't like it. Yeah, I've kind of gotten over open world, like, anything. Yeah, Final Fantasy 11 is like the last... Close enough. Yeah, Final Fantasy 11 is like my last, like, guilty pleasure. And I'm almost done with the storyline. Once I finish all the missions, which I've done Rise of the Zolart, Chains of Promathia, Treasures of Ot-Urgon, and Rhapsodies of Vana'diel. Those are 4 expansions. There's a 5th expansion that I haven't finished called Secrets of Adeline, which I'm like 10 missions away from finishing. Once I finish that, I'm probably going to quit. MMOs is just, they're too much of a time sink. Even with all the changes they've made to make the game more accessible, it's a time sink. And there's all that end game equipment grinding crap. Not interested. Not interested. Nice try though, Paul. Yeah. So it is 7:30. I do have to eat dinner. Yeah, it is 7:30. All right. So let's stop it right here. We'll stop it in Molly's story, and we'll find out what's going on with Molly later. Where's Molly at? Oh, okay. So this is a past. 1:30 a.m. here. Whew. It's a 6-hour time difference then. Yeah. We will continue this game on Thursday. Hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, we do a lot of indie and retro games here. We're gonna lose. So lately we've been doing a lot of indie games, but we switch back and forth. But we'll continue playing What Remains of Edith Finch starting Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Or 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a nice evening. I'm going to go to bed. See you. All right, Veronor, thanks for stopping in. Paulsh, everybody, thanks for hanging out. DRS. Hopefully I'll see you guys on Thursday, and we'll continue playing this game. And I'll load up some other games. We'll see what we have. Toodles. Toodles. If you don't mind staying for a brief minute, I do want to raid somebody. Let's raid somebody. Mr. Crappy. Mr. Crappy is playing The Weakest Link. I don't think I know that game, but Mr. Crappy is very cool, very entertaining streamer. Nix showed me his channel, and I've been following ever since. Let's shoot him at raid. Yeah, Shadow Legends. Next time. I will write that name down and go visit his channel. All right. See you guys later.